So it is now exactly 5 after. So I will formally call our September 2023 African American Heritage Initiative Committee meeting to order. And again, I welcome everyone who is here. I appreciate you so much for supporting our initiative and our projects and being here. We will keep the meeting very short since we don't have a quorum, but I will follow up, as I mentioned earlier, with emails to keep everybody informed on what our key priorities are for the next month or so. Ms. Wanda, do we need to take roll?
Well, that's an interesting question. I guess we could, but we know that we've had excused absence requests, but the issue is you all can't vote to approve those excused absence requests anyway. So if you want to do it as a formality, I'll defer to you, or if you just rather that we note that you and committee member Annette Wilson are both on, we can do that.
Oh,
It's up to you.
Thank you for those clarifications. We'll go with the latter in the interest of time. So thank you so much. So we will not be able to vote on approving our minutes since we do not have a quorum. So I will move on to brief updates. One is a reminder about our We Built This project, this wonderful public history exhibition that the city, in the capacities of AAHI and the Human Resources Commission, will be bringing. So that will be in February and March. I would love for members of our committee to join the planning group. Especially you, Miss Wilson. I would love for you to join that group, but I will send out an email invitation inviting people. The planning group had to cancel the August meeting, so hopefully we will have another meeting later in September, so I will keep you informed. Secondly, we are continuing to very strategically align our Winston-Salem State University Public History curriculum and our interns to AAHI. And so this semester we have 5 interns, and I would invite the whole committee whenever they would like to join us in our internship meetings at 1 p.m. on Fridays. Next semester, we've just finalized our spring semester, and Mr. Tom Flynn and I will be teaching the oral history class. That will be Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12:30 to 1:45. And we would love for our AAHI members and anybody from the community that our AAHI members know to engage the students, to give their oral histories. So we're very excited about that. And then third, I just want to remind the committee that there is an upcoming September 16th wonderful event. It's a commemoration and dedication ceremony for the descendants of the Bethania Freedmen's community. So I will make sure I send an email. I won't be able to attend due to a family funeral, but it would be great if as many of us from AAHI as possible could attend that event. And then lastly, this is not on the agenda, but because there's a possibility that Wednesdays at 2 p.m. might no longer be the ideal time for the majority of our committee members to meet, I will send out an email poll and find out if there would be a time and day, possibly Wednesdays or another day and time that would work better, so that we can have as many people as possible at each of our monthly meetings. So those are my important items to share. So we can move on to our wonderful director's updates.
Madam Chair, before you proceed, I have a couple questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have a time? Do you have the time for the dedication on the 16th? I know I already have a conflict that morning, but do you know what time that dedication is?
No, ma'am. I will definitely find that out. I know Mayor Pro Tem Dee Dee Adams will be there because she's been a big supporter of that group and that planning committee. But I'll make sure to get the details to you and to the whole committee. I'll email that out.
Okay.
Thank you.
And my other question is for your participation with your interns, is that a in-person meeting or can it be done virtually? And if it's in person, where is that held? That Friday meeting's at 1.
Oh, good question. So right now, the interns for the fall are meeting with me on Zoom at 1 p.m. So I can always share the Zoom link. But they are also going to be available along with me for possible events over the fall that might come up. So for instance, Miss Annette, if one of your alumni groups that you're a part of would like to have us come out and record and meet people, we could do that, especially on over the weekend, for instance. So it would not have to take place within that Friday hour that I meet with them. In the spring, we'll mainly be meeting on campus, but I will be keeping the classroom open for some students on Zoom, and we definitely could have people join us, elders and committee members joining us via Zoom, but also hopefully it'll be part of the students' grades, so we could deploy to wherever folks would like us to go. So again, if you have a group, a neighborhood group, a church group, an alumni association, where there would be people who would like to give their oral histories, I would arrange it along with Mr. Flynn so that we could be there. And I would bring as many students as possible to really have them, take the leadership role in engaging our elders who want to share. So there's going to be a lot of flexibility, and I think a lot of student participation and support for what we're doing. So whatever would work for you and people that you know, we will accommodate.
Okay, I know that I'm not available this Friday, but if you would send me that link, I'll start putting that on my calendar.
Oh,
Because
that's
I would
wonderful.
like to utilize those resources that you have with the interns. I think that'll be a good way to get me jump started as well as to increase our oral histories.
Yes, and they would be so inspired. You have so many wonderful stories to share, so they would learn a whole lot from you. I'll definitely make sure that I send you that link.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Annette.
Ms. Annette, that was it for your questions?
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay, no problem. You're welcome. Really, in terms of updates, you both have already touched on what I was hoping we could discuss, which would be the oral histories and how it is that we can go ahead and get that going once again. And Erica, I know that you had been working, of course, with Portia. And did you have any thoughts, Erica, or anything you want to add with the staff side of oral histories or anything else? Because I think that would be critical as well. Oh, you're on mute, Erica. Sorry. You turned your camera off now. You're probably trying to unmute.
Okay, there it is. I Nothing critical at the moment. It's just a matter of probably regrouping, and in the same vein, kind of having access to those resources, like Miss Annette said, to, kind of jumpstart. But other than that, I have nothing to add at the moment.
Okay, and of course, we still have our equipment, right? That would
Absolutely.
be accessible by the AAHI committee, so that if people do want to go out and engage in collecting oral histories, it's just a matter of coordinating with you, correct?
Absolutely. We have 3 laptops, 3 cameras, and 3 ring lights.
Great. Okay. That's what I wanted to do, is just touch on that as a reminder to everyone. So thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Wanda. Thank you, Erica. And welcome, Miss Duncan. It's wonderful to see you.
Hi.
And I would just say too that if it would be possible to bring leadership from the city and anyone in the city who's supporting AAHI, I think it's wonderful learning experience for the students to interact with city officials and city public servants. So, if there would be a way for me to arrange, Ms. Erica, for the students to meet with you and anybody you're working with, even if we don't do that on a regular basis every week, once a month, or whatever would work for you. I think it would be great for the students to meet you and get to know you, because you've been involved in so many projects, with the way that you've organized Juneteenth and your involvement in the segregation project. I can't remember its name right now. I'm so sorry, but you have so much to bring to the table that would also help the students to grow in their commitment and in their knowledge. So just let me know and I'll arrange it. Well, thank you, everyone. I believe unless there are any other suggestions or questions or comments, we can close our meeting.
Actually, Chair Villa-Gomez, just want to say we will be in touch via email. And as you mentioned at the top of the meeting, for those who weren't here, we will send out a poll to just kind of see where everybody's minds are in terms of a time, a best time. The last time we did one, everyone wanted to keep it at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, on the first Wednesday of the month. So we'll just kind of stick our feelers out yet again, just to see if that's still holding true.
Thank you. So will that come from you and your staff, or do you want me to send that email?
Whatever your preference is.
It might be more official if it comes from you in your office.
Okay, that works. And so I will ask Carlin and Erica to work together on that, and just to get some type of a poll or whatever. They know better than I do about what that should look like. And so that everyone can just kind of click their preference, and we'll go from there, and we'll share the results.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
Thank you.
Yes, everyone.
And thank you to the
Take good
staff for
care.
your continued support.